Hello, this is Zuba here. This is the Endless Delve event that started maybe about a day ago. So far, I've been doing pretty well. Chosen this league start with an Occultist because I really want the pops. I want the explosions from Profane Bloom, and it has been working really, really well. So, um, when it comes to Occultist, uh, obviously I'm using Poisonous Concoction, but I kind of feel like most people don't really understand what is the use of, or rather, what is the main focus in this build. And I think the main focus isn't really Poisonous Concoction, but it's actually Plague Bearer. So um, the way you play it is that you're not really too concerned about single target damage, because Delve is just mostly mobs, lots of mobs, and very little bosses or tough opponents to deal with. So you're not really concerned about actually doing like a crap ton of single target. Mostly clear is the thing that you kind of want, the thing you kind of want to focus on. So yeah, right now, about a day in, I'm like level 93, um, which is pretty significant. It's not too bad. It's not any of the top, I don't know, 50 to 100, but it's pretty close. Um, I have been pretty lucky with drops as well because I managed to find a Carcass Jack, which is pretty unprecedented. I found it at about level 60 something. I also found an Embalmer around level 40 or 50. And I also have a Curse on Hit Despairing. I actually found this uncrafted, and I crafted this myself using fossils. You can look up Craft Exile for fossil crafting if you want to look, if you want to consider that. Yeah, I found this as well, but I haven't really crafted anything good on it. I'll just have to keep working at it. So I'll kind of show you how the build plays out, and then maybe go into a little bit of how I progressed. So go here. So when I said this was a Plague Bearer build, what I mean is that most of the time, Poison's Concoction is there just to proc Plague Bearer. Like your main concern is just to get Plague Bearer up to max. Oh wow, this is a pretty short travel time. And then Plague Bearer is up, you turn it on, run around, and stuff dies. I'll probably do another a showcase in a different location because this is kind of boring. Oof, that's nice. Increase effect of curses. No life though. Pretty average. Ninja shield. Okay. Let me look for a longer pathway so you get a good showcase out of it. I'm actually going to respec sometime soon. I'm thinking of going Viper Strike as opposed to Poisonous Concoction. I'll show you why later. Whoops. Okay, that's still pretty short. This is about depth 150, which is I think the ideal place to farm. Yeah, let me find a longer pathway because that was really boring. I don't want to do I don't want to do breach. So. Harbinger is pretty bad too. Yeah. Oh. No, I'll just do it here. This is pretty straightforward. Pretty much a 2-button build. Um, I haven't actually fine-tuned the defenses or the mobility skill, so you notice I don't have fast with damage taken anything. I'm just leveling up gems for now to level and corrupt. Oh, wow. Something that was hitting really hard. Only does give more EXP. As expected, it's garbage. Harbinger nodes are garbage. Okay, that's pretty much it. How do I get my gear? What do you focus on? Which nodes do you take? I would say that you want to always get jewelry nodes. Reason being is they drop clusters. They also drop influence jewels, which you can use to craft, you know, curse on hit rings. You always want fossils because you're always going to have more resonators than you do fossils. You always want currency as well, just because you need fusings for 6 linking. Your chaos isn't really that useful. You use it maybe to roll for stuff, but resonators are so much better. Fossils so much better for that. Um, that's pretty much it. Azurites, I mean, we just say path to. You really have an overabundance of Azurite after a while, and yeah, try to push all the way around to about 130 onwards, and just farm eye level 83 areas. Go sideways, maybe go deeper a bit if you want. That's pretty much it. When it comes to defenses, you always want cap resistances. Elemental definitely. Chaos is nice to have. I have it just because I get Chaos multi out of it. This shield is really broken because it basically gives you 30% attack and spell block, which is 30% overall reduction in damage. It's very hard to replace this, but I'll explain in circumstances. You might just want to replace it. Um, oh yes, I'm pretty sure everyone runs Purity of Elements because you need the res, right? It gives you a lot of resistances, helps you play around equipment easier. The other reason is because Purity Element gives you immune to all elemental elements, and this is pretty essential in Delph. You want, especially cold and chill, because of Azure, know they can chill and they can freeze you. You want one other defensive aura, either Determination or Grace. I've gone for Grace. And that's pretty much it. Aura is mainly defenses. Um, yep. When it comes to the passive 3, this is pretty similar to every other Poisonous Concoction Occultist there is. I build this like looking at Steel Mage's build for Scourge. And so yeah, just go to Steel Mage. Thanks Steel Mage for his build. Just use this. I made a few slight adjustments. Basically, uh, because of the gear I have. I think if you have different gear, you will have to make these adjustments. If you don't have Carcass Jack, you have to take the area effect nodes here for the overlap of GMP for Poisonous Concoction. I'm actually quite tempted to take this anyway, mainly because although it doesn't boost my Poisonous Concoction, it does boost Plague Bearer and the Withering Step. So, yep. Generally, you want to get as much life as possible. I have about 185% life. And even with that, I only have 5k life, which is unfortunate, but mostly because some items don't have life, or enough life. My ring doesn't have life just because I have double resing curse on hit. Shield doesn't have life. Yeah. So you just want as much life as possible. You want as much resistance as possible. In this case, I have resistance here from Chaos, as well as here. Aura reservation is always OP, so you want this. For Poisonous Concoction, you want the flask ones, just because you use the flask for damage. If you don't have life flask, you won't have damage, so you want this. Path all the way here, you get all the Poison Chance nodes as well as the Poison DOT nodes. Pretty straightforward. Don't really have to go much into it. Oh yeah, when you get this node here, you don't have to get Corrupted Blood before about 150. I think it's more common 150 and above. And if you don't mind like dying once in a while, it's okay. You can go for like the elemental resistance ones that take pressure off your Res. But I don't have it because I already have a Corrupted Blood jewel. I got lucky with this one. Double res and Corrupted Blood is really nice. You want Ghost Dance because you have high amounts of ES. No, not really high amounts, about 1k ES and pretty high amount of evasion. So this is nice. And yeah, mostly life, evasion, chaos multi, poison chance. And that's pretty much it. Your skill tree isn't that complex. Don't count on getting a good cluster jewel. I found a few, but they're just not the ones I need. So I've just saved them for, just in case if I want to build another build. So yeah. I could use this one, but it doesn't really make much sense to use one medium and not have a large. So I need a large to pair with this. Yeah. What else? Um, that's pretty much it. You notice I don't have a lot of dual sockets allocated. There are a few easy ones to get. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points that I can use to get 3 more sockets. Problem is getting a good dual is an issue. If I can find life and res, I would definitely allocate it. Or if I can find like life chaos multi or life multi, definitely I would allocate dual sockets. But it's very hard to find ones that are good, so I wouldn't suggest it. For gearing, it's whatever you can find. I got lucky with the carcass, so I'm using that. I got lucky with the embalmer, so I'm using that. You notice my hammer is terrible. It's garbage. I actually haven't found an upgrade, strange as it is. Uh, with every other piece, you just want life, resistances, and accuracy if you're lacking it. I'm still lacking quite a bit of accuracy, but that's fine. Um, Movement speed, yep, on boots. Yep, pretty standard, straightforward stuff. So how do I get rings? As I said, jewelry notes on Delph are really good. You get clusters, you get influence rings, you get belts. You really need this because you want a high roll life and resistances, and this is your best bet. Your chest armor is usually just going to be your 6th link or whatever it is that you have highest links possible. So you need to, you know, get good res and life on your rings and amulet or belt. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna probably do a swap to Viper Strike right now, and then I will probably test run it to see how it goes. Oh yeah, why did I swap the Viper Strike? Well, answer is I crafted a really good glove, so I found the influenced glove and was randomly crafting it. I just wanted like Chaos Multi or something. And then I got strike skills, and I know how rare strike skills are, and this comes with like life and fire res and strength and accuracy, which is really nice. So I just kept it. I'll be using this for Viper Strike, and then swapping out the Embalmer. And that's pretty much it. I also have a 6 here that's really nice, uh, but I like the AoE on this. It's pretty hard to give this up because the area of effect here affects Plague Bearer, affects Withering Step, basically affects everything, including explosions. In fact, I have increased AoE on my Plague Bearer as it is. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.